Whatever happened to Eddie? Where'd he go? Seems like he was just here. And where's Billy and Bobby and Jackie and John? Jimmy, Paul, Vinny, Tom, and Charlie, and Richie? Where did they go? And where the fuck did Cameron come from? And Jordan, and Justin, and Shane, and Parker, Tucker, Tyler, Taylor, Carter, Flynn, Blake, and Cody. Who let these people in? Brett, Brent, Blair, Cassidy. Where are all these goofy names coming from? Say what you will about the national candidates, at least they had the decency to be named Bill, Bob, Al, and Jack. The popularity of first names is perishable. They pass in and out of favor. Occasionally, newspapers will print the most popular names given to babies that year, and they're never the same as years before. You don't run into many little girls named Bertha or Edith anymore. Nor are there a lot of Netties and Effies, Opals, Hopes, or Pearls floating around in the daycare center. Ditto Ethel, Nellie, Myrtle, Agatha, and Mabel. And how many expectant parents are praying for a girl so they can name her Blanche, Clara, Agnes, or Lottie? None. You know why? Because most of these women are in nursing homes. But thanks to the trendies, and the sheer passage of time, someday our substandard nursing homes will be filled with Ambers, Kaylas, Tiffany's, Caitlins, Morgans, Courtneys, Whitneys, Cheyennes, Ashleys, Megans, and Brittany's, and Heathers. And that's not to overlook Judy, Laurie, Susie, Debbie, Kelly, and Wendy, and any other name that can conceivably be spelled with a final I. There are even some girls whose names don't end in Y who can't resist the trend. Hi, my name is Margaret, but somehow I spell it with an I. There are women named Faith, Hope, Joy, and Prudence. Why not despair, guilt, rage, and grief? Seems only right. Tom, I'd like you to meet the girl of my dreams. Tragedy. She spells it with an I. I had an uncle who was embarrassed because he had a woman's name. We told him, don't worry, lots of men have women's names. Leslie, Marion, Chris, Dale, Lonnie. We tried to reassure him, but old Uncle Margaret Mary, I guess he just couldn't handle it. I don't know why. Never bothered his wife, Turk. You know why hurricanes have names instead of numbers? To keep the killing personal. No one cares about a bunch of people killed by a number. 200 dead as number 3 slams ashore is not nearly as interesting a headline as Charlie kills 200. Death is much more satisfying and entertaining if you personalize it. Me? I'm still waiting for Hurricane Ed. Old Ed wouldn't hurt you, would he? Sounds kind of friendly. Hell no, we are not evacuating. Ed's coming. Guess the white guy. Odell, Tyrone, Tremaine, and Sparky. Guess the black girl. Kathy, Joan, Peggy, and Vondelicia. First names can even suggest how tough you are. Who would you want on your side in a bar fight? Arnold, Seymour, Jasper, and Percy? Or Nitro, Hacksaw, Rhino, and Skull? And guys, which women would you rather run into when you're out drinking? Lillian, Priscilla, and Judith? Or Trixie, Bubbles, and Candy? The Kennedy family changed William Kennedy Smith's first name in order to influence the outcome of his rape trial. They changed it from Willie to Will, because guys named Will hardly ever go to jail, while America's prisons are chock full of Willies. Will is all-American. Willie is, well, just ask Michael Dukakis. He'll tell you about Mr. Horton. People's names can be interesting because sometimes they carry with them a little emotional baggage that comes with the name. For instance, think of the names of the founders of the great religions. Those founders' names still today ring with an air of mystery. Christ, Moses, Buddha, Muhammad. But the Mormons, Joseph Smith, not too impressive. Come on, we're going to Utah. Who said so? Joe Smith. Well, I gotta go take a shit.
Drop me a postcard and let me know how you like it out there.
Well, I was raised Catholic, and I'm still waiting for a new pope to choose the name Corky. Wouldn't that be fun? His Holiness Pope Corky the Ninth. I think you'd have to skip right to 9 to give him a little credibility, don't you? Somehow to me, Pope Corky the First doesn't command a great deal of authority. That's because some names are inappropriate, in the wrong settings. You won't find many Schuyler Vanderpools blowing into a harmonica on death row. No one in need of brain surgery is breaking down the door to see Dr. Lucky Lipschitz. And I'm sure only the most devoted aficionado would pay money to see a ballet dancer named Bruno McNulty. On the other hand, you'll know that America has relaxed its hopelessly tight asshole if we ever elect a president named Booger. We get a president named Booger, Skeeter, T-Bone, Stump, or Downtown President Brown, you'll know that finally this country is relaxing and might be a comfortable place to live. In ancient times, the rulers had magnificent names. Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great. Suppose he had been a less imposing figure. Do you think they would have called him Alexander the Marginal? As it is, he had detractors, you know. People who called him Alexander the Scumbag. History has other impressive names from simpler times. Edward the Fair, Charles the Bold, Catherine the Great. These days they'd be Edward the abuse victim, Charles the underachiever, and Catherine the recovering codependent. And let's not forget the historical figures we never hear of. Tiberius the Wanker, and Lucretius the Dog-fucker. Some names are embarrassing. We had a guy in my neighborhood, Michael Hunt, who called himself Mickey because the only alternative was Mike Hunt. And, as Beretta used to say, that's the name of that tune. Hi, welcome to the book club. We've got books out the ass. Call now. Call now. Here are some of the titles you'll receive. How to remove chewing gum from your bush. How to turn your front lawn into a cat house. How to remove an infected cyst from a loved one. How to make 2 small hats out of a brassiere. How to make a brassiere out of 2 small hats. How to have really nice lymph glands. How to act laid back during a grease fire. How to spot a creep from across the street. How to dance with a Swedish person. How to induce a clergyman to grab you by the nuts. How to milk a dog while it's sleeping. How to get through college without books. How to make a small salad out of your work pants. How to lure a weasel into a cardboard box. How to fillet a panda. How to get a tan with a blowtorch. How to make an oil lamp out of your genitals. How to style your hair with a bullwhip. How to convert an old leather chair into 12 pairs of shoes. How to achieve multiple orgasms with a pair of tweezers. How to kill a rat with a paperclip. How to lease out the space inside your nose. How to spot truly vicious people in church. How to become a total fucking greaseball. Call now. Call now. I like to look at tattoos on people. I think they're really cool, you know? But I would never get one. I always thought it was a bad idea to let some guy draw a picture on me that'll probably never come off, you know? I'm conservative on this one. Not only the thing never comes off, but it hurts to put it on. And you gotta pay the guy. Plus, if you do want to take it off, it hurts again, and you got to pay the guy again. Another reason not to get a tattoo is that a tattoo is positive identification. No one should ever do anything to help the police in any way, especially when you may be the object of their interest. So I never got a tattoo, but I had some good ideas. I was going to get dotted lines tattooed on all my joints, wherever I bend, with little instructions: fold here, do not glue. I also thought about getting a necklace of hickeys. Here's one I almost went through with. I was going to get my nipples tattooed as radio dials, volume and tuning, and the hair in the middle of my chest would be the speaker. And for stereo, I just raised my arms. Armpit speakers. I guess the most popular tattoo of all time has to be Mom. A lot of guys get Mom. No one ever gets Pop. You know why? 'Cause you can't read Pop in the mirror. In a mirror, Mom comes out Mom. Pop comes out 909. What the fuck is that? If you guys want to get a Mom tattoo and save a little money, here's how you do it. Just get 2 letters done. Saves you a little money. Get about a 1-inch capital M tattooed on each cheek of your ass in pink and brown ink. Then when you bend over, it says Mom. And then later, if you're having sex with your girlfriend and her parents are in the next room, don't want to make any noise, when you finish up, you can just lie on your back, draw your legs up to your chest, and silently say, wow. Here's another good tattoo idea for you guys. At the top of your inner thigh, right next to your groin, you put, in case of emergency, pull handle. Or get your penis tattooed to resemble a candy cane. Great for Christmas blowjobs. But be very careful not to let the tattoo guy bend your penis into the J shape. Not good. Get the words tote bag tattooed on your scrotum. Or Bloomingdale's might be good. Cartier might be more appropriate, a little hairy pouch for your precious jewels.